Have you ever been told that you look younger than your age and felt that it meant something more than just good skin or lucky genes? There's a reason that comment lingers in your mind. It's because, on some deep intuitive level, you sense that it carries a hidden message about your energy, your soul, your essence. Looking younger than your age isn't merely about the surface. It is a reflection of something happening beneath, the rhythm between your inner world and the visible form it takes. It's as if time, that relentless current that pulls everything toward decay, pauses around you for a moment. Not because you've escaped aging, but because you are moving with time differently. Imagine time not as a straight line, but as an ocean. Most people fight its waves, resisting change, clinging to control. But some learn to float, to surrender, to flow with it. Their faces, instead of tightening with resistance, open. Their eyes, instead of dimming, shine with curiosity. These are the faces that seem untouched by time, not frozen but alive. The secret lies in how energy moves through you. When your thoughts, emotions, and actions are aligned, energy flows freely. There's no inner war, no blockage, no unspoken heaviness. Your body, being a mirror of that energy, radiates coherence. But when you carry resentment, fear, or guilt, when you suppress your natural impulses, your energy contracts. The face stiffens, the gaze hardens, and time leaves its marks. To look younger than your age, then, is not a genetic accident. It's a sign of energetic harmony. It means you've preserved a certain innocence, a willingness to wonder, a trust in life itself. You've allowed your inner child, the archetype of vitality and curiosity, to stay awake within you. There's also another layer: authenticity. The people who look ageless often carry an unmistakable signature of truth. They've stopped performing, stopped pretending. There's no heavy mask to maintain, no false identity to defend. And when the mask drops, the energy once spent on hiding flows back into the body, restoring life force, light, presence. Pause for a second and reflect. When was the last time you felt truly yourself, without any need to impress, to fit in, to prove anything? That feeling, that quiet freedom, is rejuvenating. The more you live from that place, the more timeless you become. There's a profound spiritual principle at play here. Form follows energy. Your physical form mirrors the invisible patterns of your consciousness. If your inner energy is vibrant, playful, open, your cells respond accordingly. It's not magic, it's resonance. Your body listens to the language of your soul. This is why people say, "You glow." That glow isn't just poetic, it's energetic truth. It's the radiance of coherence when your heart, mind, and body are in dialogue. The glow can't be faked. Makeup can imitate it, but never replicate it. There's something deeply symbolic about aging. It's not punishment, it's communication. Wrinkles, fatigue, dullness. These are not enemies, but messages. The body whispers what the soul has been unable to say. When we ignore that communication, time accelerates. When we listen, time softens. Looking younger than your age is often a sign that you've learned to listen, that you've integrated parts of yourself that others may still reject. You've made peace with shadow aspects, allowing light to return. Every reconciliation inside you is a form of rejuvenation. Think of a river that's been dammed. When the flow returns, the water clears, the sound becomes music again. Energy works the same way. Healing, forgiveness, and truth release the flow, and the face remembers how to smile from within. So, next time someone says, "You look so young," don't just take it as a compliment. Hear it as a reflection of your spiritual state. You are not escaping age. You are embodying timelessness. If this resonates with you, remember to like the video. It helps this message reach others walking the same path. And if you feel called, subscribe to the channel for more reflections on energy, transformation, and inner depth. Because true beauty isn't about resisting time, it's about learning how to dance with it. What truly happens inside a person who radiates youthfulness beyond their years? It's not only about the outer glow, but about an inner current that refuses to stagnate. These people are not frozen in time. They are alive in time. They have learned to participate in life instead of resisting it. Think of a leaf dancing in the wind. It doesn't fight the gusts or control its movement. It surrenders, allowing the invisible current to express itself through motion. The leaf stays vibrant because it is connected to the whole. In the same way, people who look younger than their age have discovered a state of connection to their emotions, to nature, to their purpose. Energy is intelligence. It knows when to flow, when to pause, when to renew. But the modern mind, always in survival mode, interrupts that natural rhythm. Constant stress, comparison, and self-judgment disconnect us from our essence. We age not because time demands it, but because our energy collapses under emotional weight. When you start living from presence instead of tension, something begins to shift. Your breathing deepens, your body softens, and your perception widens. You stop interpreting everything as a threat. Your nervous system relaxes, and suddenly, your cells begin to trust life again. That trust translates into vitality, brightness, and yes, a younger appearance. Spiritual traditions have always spoken of this, the body as a sacred vessel of consciousness. Your posture, your eyes, your skin, all are reflections of your inner dialogue. When that dialogue is loving, your entire being listens. You literally become lighter. Many people unconsciously age themselves through emotional resistance. They suppress sadness, hide vulnerability, or cling to old identities. Each of those acts is an energetic contraction. Over time, the contraction becomes visible. The jaw tightens, the eyes lose their spark, the shoulders round inward. The body keeps the story. But there's a beautiful truth. You can rewrite that story. Every time you choose honesty over pretense, every time you forgive instead of holding on, every time you let yourself cry or laugh freely, you are giving your body permission to release. That release rejuvenates you, not metaphorically, but biologically. Studies even show that authentic emotional expression reduces inflammation, balances hormones, and strengthens the immune system. Science is slowly catching up with what spirituality has always known. Let's look at another metaphor. The mirror. When you look in the mirror, what do you truly see? Most people only see form. They analyze, compare, judge. But the mirror also reflects your energy. Sometimes you may notice that your face looks radiant for no reason, as if light itself were coming from within. Other times, the same face looks dull, even after rest. What changes? Your inner frequency. Energy carries information. The more aligned you are with your true self, the clearer your energetic signal becomes. Others can feel it instantly. Sometimes they call it good vibes. Sometimes they simply say you have a young spirit. That perception is real. You are communicating your state of consciousness through vibration, not words. And that's why looking younger is not vanity. It's symbolism. It symbolizes an ongoing conversation between your soul and your body. It says, I am still growing. I am still open. I am not finished. Of course, this doesn't mean that wrinkles or signs of age are wrong. Quite the opposite. They are sacred marks of experience. But the difference lies in whether those marks come from resistance or from wisdom. A face that has loved deeply, cried honestly, and lived consciously carries a beauty that time cannot diminish. Youthfulness, then, isn't an age. It's a frequency. It's the energy of curiosity, wonder, and gratitude. It's the capacity to meet each day without the heaviness of yesterday's fears. You don't lose that energy because of years. You lose it because of disconnection. To restore it, you don't need cosmetic rituals. You need inner rituals. Silence, reflection, truth, time in nature, conversations that feed your soul, acts of kindness that reconnect you with meaning. When your life becomes a space for energy to move freely, rejuvenation becomes a natural side effect. So the real question is not, how can I stay young, but how can I stay awake? Because when you are awake, present, connected, open, you radiate something the world calls beauty, but the spirit knows as alignment. Ask yourself now, what part of you feels tired, not because of years, but because of suppression? What truth are you holding back that could bring oxygen to your soul? Each time you answer those questions with honesty, you dissolve a little bit of time. And here's a paradox. The more you accept aging as a natural part of existence, the less it controls you. Acceptance itself is rejuvenating. Resistance hardens the heart. Acceptance opens it. and an open heart is forever young. Take a breath. Feel that life force moving through you now. That is the same energy that renews the trees, the rivers, the stars. It doesn't know your age, it only knows flow. When you live from that flow, your face becomes a poem written by the soul, not by the calendar. If you're feeling this message, pause and subscribe to the channel so you can keep walking this path of energy and inner awareness with us, and leave a comment. Have you noticed moments when your energy made you feel ageless, even for a second? Because those moments are not illusions, they are glimpses of who you truly are. There comes a moment in every spiritual journey when you realize that youth, beauty, and vitality have nothing to do with appearance. They are states of consciousness. The body is simply the canvas. What it reflects is the story you are living, the energy you are embodying, the truth you are remembering. Those who look younger than their age are not just lucky. They are often those who have refused to let life close their hearts. They've faced darkness, yes, but they've chosen to stay open. They've chosen to transform pain instead of storing it. They've learned that energy doesn't disappear, it transforms, and through that transformation, they become lighter, freer, more radiant. Imagine a stone at the bottom of a river. Over the years, the water polishes it, not by force but by constant flow. The stone becomes smooth, luminous, simple. That's what the years can do when lived consciously. They don't wear you down. They refine you. Aging then becomes alchemy. The ones who look young in spirit are alchemists. They turn suffering into wisdom, loss into compassion, time into depth. They are not escaping the laws of nature, they are cooperating with them. They know that the body changes, but the energy behind the body is eternal. They draw their vitality from that timeless source. You can begin to live like that too. It starts by tending to your inner energy every day. Not as a ritual of control, but as an act of love. Here are some simple, practical steps you can take. Begin each morning in silence. Before touching your phone, take 3 deep breaths and feel your presence. Remind yourself, I am energy before I am form. This centers you in the timeless part of you. Notice your emotional weather. Don't deny or label emotions as good or bad. Simply observe. Energy needs movement. When you allow yourself to feel fully, your system releases tension. Choose truth over performance. Each time you choose to be authentic instead of perfect, your energy expands. Masks consume life force. Truth restores it. Spend time with what's alive. Nature, art, silence, laughter. These are mirrors that remind you of your essence. When you feed your senses with real beauty, your energy synchronizes with life's rhythm. Forgive daily. Not because others deserve it, but because you deserve freedom. Every resentment you release gives you back a piece of youth. These are not superficial techniques, they are spiritual hygiene. The more you practice them, the more you dissolve the layers that make you heavy. And as you lighten from within, your outer form naturally begins to shift. You see, youthfulness is the natural expression of an unburdened heart. When you release guilt, judgment, and fear, your energy stops leaking. It gathers, glows, and radiates through you. People feel it before they even notice your face. They say things like, "You have such a peaceful energy," or "There's something different about you." What they're really seeing is alignment, the moment when your outer and inner selves finally match. Let yes go deeper. What we call aging is often the visible result of resisting change. The more we cling to the past, to old identities, to what we've already outgrown, the heavier our energy becomes. Life keeps moving forward, but we stand still. And that stillness, that emotional stagnation, is what makes the body feel old. But when you stay curious, when you keep learning, exploring, questioning, your energy keeps renewing itself. Curiosity is the antidote to aging. Every time you open to something new, you invite the universe to flow through you again. And flow is eternal. Remember this. Your appearance is not your prison. It's your messenger. It speaks the language of your soul. When your soul is alive, your face tells that story. The lines that appear are not flaws. They are poetry. Each one says, I have lived, I have loved, I have awakened. And that is the paradox of spiritual youth. You may have lines, but you radiate innocence. You may have gray hair, but your presence shines with purpose. You carry wisdom, not as weight, but as light. So when someone tells you, "You look so young," let it remind you that your energy is aligned with the timeless rhythm of life. You are walking the path of transformation. You are living proof that when consciousness expands, time bends. Take this truth with you. Every moment you choose awareness over reaction, you become a little more ageless. Every time you embrace your shadow instead of hiding it, you soften and glow. Every breath taken in gratitude renews your entire being. The mystery of youth is not about preserving what you were. It is about fully becoming who you are. And if this message has touched something in you, if it has reminded you of your own radiance, then take a moment now, subscribe to the channel, comment your reflection. What practices or mindsets keep your spirit young? Share this video with someone who needs to remember that beauty begins within. Because in the end, true youth is not measured in years, but in presence. And presence is eternal.